Hi everyone, very good evening. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Thanks for your confirmation. Thanks for joining this session. Okay, myself Sunil. I am your trainer for Azure Administration Course. I will give a brief introduction about myself. I have total 13 plus years of IT experience, 5 plus years of experience in Azure Administration and Azure DevOps. I started my career in TCS as a SQL database administrator. There I worked for nearly 3 years. Later on, I moved to Berkadia. There I worked as SQL database administrator and developer. After that, I joined in NCR as SQL database administrator and developer. Within 1 year, we migrated all our SQL databases to Azure SQL. There, I got an opportunity to learn work on Azure SQL and other resources in Azure like virtual machine storage network. That's how I switched my role from SQL database administration to Azure administration and DevOps engineering. In NCR, I worked for almost 6 plus years. Okay. Last year, at the time of April, I thought to change organization. Okay. If you consider my previous profile, I am from SQL database background. I don't have any resume related to Azure administration and any prior experience in attending interviews on Azure. So I started building my own resume, cleared Microsoft certifications like Azure Fundamentals, Azure Administration, and Azure DevOps Expert also. So within span of 2 months, I cleared these Microsoft examinations. And once I started job search, within 1 month, I got 4 offer letters. And I cleared all levels of interview rounds for nearly 10 plus organizations. See, why I'm bringing all these points into your notice is like, if you have strong foundation on basics, clear understanding on concepts where interviewer will be focusing on, getting an idea of how things will work in real time, then everyone can easily crack any interview. Okay. I'm going to teach each and every topic from basics. So coming to eligibility, anyone can take part of this course. Okay. But for people who don't have any prior IT experience, they have to practice at least 4 hours per day. And for people who are from administration background like database administration, server administration, network administration, backup or storage administration, for them I recommend to practice 1 hour daily. And people having IT experience but not from above mentioned backgrounds, they have to practice at least 2 hours daily. Okay. So if you attend classes regularly and practice on time, then I will give guarantee that you're going to get a job and get confidence to work on real-time environment. Okay. See, if you see here, as I mentioned, right? If you see here, these are all the certifications I cleared. If you see here, I cleared Azure 900, that is Azure Fundamentals on April 9th, 2022. I cleared Azure Administrator Associate, okay, Azure 400 on April 20th, 2022. I cleared Microsoft DevOps Engineer Expert Azure 400 exam on May 7th, 2022. If you see here, within span of 2 months, I cleared all these examinations, okay. And if you see here, as I mentioned, right, I got offer letters from nearly 3 organizations. Okay, at present, I'm currently working on another Fortune 500 organization. I got offer letter from Cognizant. I got offer letter from HCL. Okay, I got offer letter from Reliance. Okay, so that's the reason. Okay, if we have strong foundation on basics, okay, if we are good with concepts, then definitely we can crack any interview. Okay, that's not a big deal. So before starting, I will give a small introduction. Okay, I will let's see a scenario. Okay, in late 1990s. Okay, think TCS got a project from Indian Railways. Okay, to develop a sample application to maintain their employees' data. Okay, think it's like a sample application. TCS got that project from Indian Railways. Okay, this is the scenario in late 1990s. Okay, so TCS, okay, assigned that project to developers, and developers developed that project in their personal desktops or laptops. But the thing here is, okay, they can't run that particular application on their laptops. Okay, because whatever the laptops we are using or personal desktops we are using, they have certain limitations. Okay, that means we can't run that particular application on that particular, okay, on a laptop or desktop for 24/7. Okay, so that is the reason we have to deploy that application on a server. Okay, here you have to know the difference between what is personal desktop or laptop and what is server. Okay, here servers are designed to run 24/7. Okay, they are designed to handle large workloads. They are designed to handle multiple workloads. Okay, so that is the reason whatever the application but developers are going to develop, they have to deploy that application on server. Okay, see, think about Flipkart application. Okay, if you see Flipkart application, okay, this is an application. Okay, I can't deploy this application on laptop because if I shut down my laptop, definitely users won't able to access this application. So that is the reason we have to deploy this application on server. Why we need to deploy this application on server? Because servers are designed to run 24/7. Okay, they can handle large workloads. Okay, this is how servers looks like. Okay, they are like powerful centralized computer that clients connect over a network. They are designed to handle large workloads and need to be up and running 24/7. Okay, so okay, I designed my application on server, but we need one place to keep this server. Okay, that place is nothing but data center. Okay, here here you have to know the definition of data center. What is data center? If you see here, data center is a physical location that stores computing machines and their related hardware equipment. Okay, this is how data center looks like. Okay, these are all physical servers. Okay, these are all physical servers. All these physical servers, this box like structure we called as like a server rack. Okay, so in a data center, we are going to have multiple server racks like this. Each server rack contains multiple servers like this. Okay. Now you got the definition, right? What is server and what is data center? So, but in 1990s, or it's also called as traditional architecture, we have a disadvantage. That is, one physical server can only support one application. Okay. Suppose think, okay, for this particular project, okay, TCS bought the server for 15 lakhs. Okay, servers are like not our laptops. Okay, it's like we have to pay huge amount, okay, to buy server. Okay, so suppose think TCS bought the server for 15 lakhs and think at the time that server configuration is like 32 GB RAM and 16 processors. Okay, so developers deployed that application on this server. But the thing here is whatever the application deployed on this server, okay, that application is only consuming, okay, 8 GB RAM and only 4 processors. Okay, that means out of 100%, okay, my application is only consuming 25% resources. That means 75% of resources we are wasting. Okay, because but I can't deploy another application on this server because in traditional architecture, okay, one physical server can handle only one application. So that is the reason, okay, industry come up with a process, okay, called virtualization. Okay, so what is virtualization? In the sense, virtualization here, you can use a single physical machine's hardware to run multiple virtual machines within it. Okay, if you see here, this is traditional architecture. I have one physical server. On top of the physical server, I have operating system. On top of the operating system, I have application. Okay, but what is the disadvantage in this scenario? Okay, think we have 32 GB RAM, 16 processors, but my application, whatever the application deployed on this on this server, physical server, my application is only consuming 25%. That is, think like 8 GB and 4 processors. So in traditional architecture, we are wasting almost 75% of resources. Okay, so that's the disadvantage of traditional architecture. So that is the reason, okay, people come up with a concept called virtualization. So with the help of virtualization, we are dividing this physical server into multiple virtual machines. If you see here, this is my physical server. On top of the physical server, I'm going to install virtualization software. Okay, this is like a virtualization software. So with the help of this virtualization software, we are dividing this physical server into multiple virtual machines. So think this is like physical server configuration is 32 GB, 16 processors. So with the help of this virtualization software, I can create multiple virtual missions. Like think this virtual mission like 8 GB and 4 processors. Okay, I can create one more virtual mission like 8 GB, 4 processors. Okay, so based upon our requirement, we can create virtual missions. Okay, with the help of this virtualization software. So in this scenario, I can directly deploy my application on this virtual mission. That means my application now using 100%. Okay, so with the help of virtualization, what is the advantage we are going to get in the sense? Okay, previously with the help of traditional architecture, we are wasting almost 75% of resources of a physical server. Here, with the help of virtualization concept, we can utilize max 90% of resources. Okay, so that's the reason it's one of the revolution in IT industry. Okay, virtualization. So basically, there are two types of virtualizations. Okay, they also called as like a hypervisor. Okay, basically two types. First one is installed directly on a bare metal server. If you see here, this is the example for type 1. Okay, because this is my physical server. On top of my physical server, I don't have any operating system. Okay, directly on top of the physical server, I installed that virtualization software. Okay, this is the type 1 example. Okay, example for type 1. And examples are like VMware, vSphere, EX, okay, ESXi, Microsoft Hyper-V. Okay, these are the different type 1 hypervisors examples. Okay, so coming to type 2 hypervisor installed on host OS. Okay, how it would look like in the sense. Okay, think this is my physical server. On top of the physical server, I am going to have operating system. On top of the operating system, I am going to have that respective virtualization software. So with the help of this virtualization software, I can create virtual missions. Okay, that's how type 2 looks like. Mostly, okay, in real time, mostly people will use type 1 hypervisors. Okay. So examples for type 2 hypervisors are VMware Workstation, Oracle VirtualBox, okay, whatever. These are all examples. So what are the advantages of virtualization? As I mentioned, right, better use of hardware resources. Okay, previously, even though I have one physical server, but one physical server can handle only one application. If I want to deploy 3 applications, I have to buy 3 physical servers. Okay. So with the help of virtualization, we are dividing one physical server into multiple virtual machines based on our requirement. So the better use of hardware resources, power saving. Okay. Previously, to run 3 applications, I have to run 3 physical servers 24/7. So with the help of virtualization, instead of running 3 physical servers, one physical server is enough now. Okay, that's we are saving power. Okay, we are saving resources, we are saving power, we are saving cost, and these are the other benefits like recovery. Okay, we can easily recover these virtual machines. At the same time, we can move these virtual machines from one physical server to other physical server. Okay, that is the flexibility we have. So these are all the advantages we are going to get with the help of virtualization. Okay, now think early 2000 scenario. Okay, think IIT people got an idea, okay, to develop an application called Medicart. Okay, to sell medicines to each and every household. Okay, so think IIT people got that idea. Okay, they developed that particular application in their personal desktops or laptops. Okay, now as I mentioned, right, they can't run that particular application 24/7 in their laptops because our laptops are having few limitations. Okay, they can't design, they are not designed to run 24/7. So definitely they need one server to deploy their application. So first thing is they have to buy server. Okay, second thing is they need one place to keep this server. Okay, think like data center. So for that they need to lease one building. Okay, after that they need to hire respective engineers. Okay, to install virtualization software or to install respective operating system, they need to hire server administrators. Okay, after that, to take care about networking part, they need to hire network administrators. Okay, every application will have front end and back end. Okay, so for back end is nothing but database. Okay, they need to hire database administrators. Okay, for storage. Okay, they need to hire storage administrators. Like that, okay, they need to hire multiple administrators. Okay, so to deploy a simple application, okay, or to bring this application into public, what they have to do, they have to invest at least 50 lakhs, okay, to make this application live. Okay, they have enough money. Okay, they started their business. Okay, they initially invested 50 lakhs, but think after 1 month, okay, no one is buying medicines from their application. Okay, that means anyone, okay, see why they are starting this business, to gain some profits. Okay, but in this scenario, since no one is buying medicines from their application, they are going to face losses. Okay, no one will run their business with losses, right? So in this scenario, they have to face nearly 50 lakhs loss, because they already bought server, they already lease a building, they already hired engineers, but they are not getting profits. So at that time, what they have to do, they have to shut down their business. That means they have to face nearly 50 lakhs loss. Okay, so this is the early 2000 scenarios. So to avoid or to overcome all these situations, scenarios, okay, in 2006, AWS, okay, nothing but Amazon, came up with a concept called cloud computing. So what is cloud computing in the sense? Okay, they informed us like, okay, we built data centers, okay, all over the world. We already purchased physical servers and we kept those physical servers in data centers all over the world. We already installed a respective virtualization on those physical servers, okay, all over the world. What you have to do in the sense, you can simply create virtual machines on top of our physical servers, and you can use these virtual machines and just pay for what you are using. Okay, they come up with a model called pay as you go. Okay, so if you see here or here, if you see this diagram, okay, to make this application live, what they have to do, okay, before 2006, they have to buy server, they have to hire all these engineers, they have to take care about data center. But after 2006, Amazon came up with a concept called cloud computing. Okay, they already established these data centers all over the world. They already bought these physical servers and kept these physical servers in data centers all over the world. They already installed respective virtualization on these physical servers all over the world. Okay, they are just asking us, okay, just create virtual machines on top of our physical servers and just pay for that particular virtual machine. Okay, if you are using that virtual machine for 3 months, just pay for 3 months for that virtual machine. That's it. Okay, that is the advantage of cloud computing. Okay, it's like a big revolution. Okay, so if you see the definition, what is cloud computing? Cloud computing is the delivery of computing services like servers, storage, databases, networking, software, okay, everything. Delivery of computing services over the internet. Okay, you typically pay only for cloud services. Okay, how much you are going to use, you are going to pay for that. That's it. Okay, that's the advantage of cloud computing. So here we have different types of cloud: private cloud, public cloud, and hybrid cloud. See, cloud is nothing but data center. Okay, so cloud is nothing but data center. So what is private cloud? If you see the first example, late 90s scenario, this is the example for private cloud, because this data center belongs to TCS. Okay, it's TCS responsibility to take care about this data center. It's TCS responsibility to buy physical servers and keep those physical servers in these data centers. It's TCS responsibility to maintain this data center. It's TCS responsibility to provide security for this data center. It's TCS responsibility to provide 24/7 for these servers which are part of this data center. It's TCS employees responsibility to configure networking, storage, okay, everything. It's TCS employees responsibility, and this data center completely belongs to TCS. Okay, other than TCS, no other organization applications can't deploy on these servers. Okay, that means TCS have full authority, okay, to enter into this data center, to take care about this physical server, everything. TCS have full authority, and this data center completely belongs to TCS. So this is the example for private cloud. Okay, coming to public cloud, this is the example for public cloud. Okay, here we have data centers, we have physical servers, but these data centers and physical servers belongs to cloud provider. Okay, whether they can be AWS or Azure or GCP. Okay, these data centers servers belongs to respective cloud provider. Okay, we don't have any access to enter into their data centers. We don't have any access on their physical servers. Okay, we have access to create virtual machines on top of their physical servers. We have complete access on these virtual machines. Okay, so it's cloud provider responsibility to take care about these data centers, to take care about their security, okay, to take care about servers. Everything is cloud provider responsibility. Okay, this is the example for public cloud. Okay, coming to hybrid cloud, what is hybrid cloud? We can simply see here, I mentioned definition for private cloud. Okay, it refers to cloud computing resources used exclusively by a business or organization. So what are the advantages? Better security. Okay, because it's my own private cloud. Okay, if you see here, it's my own, it's TCS private cloud. Okay, TCS can provide better security. Okay, they can maintain different security standards to protect servers and to protect the data center. Okay, so we are with private cloud, the advantages are like better security and better control and flexibility, because that data center belongs to them. They can enter into the data center and they are going to have full control on the data center. Okay, this is the advantages with private cloud. But disadvantages, okay, if I want to deploy my application, okay, in private cloud, that is my own data center, my own physical server. Okay, I need to invest at least 50 lakhs. Okay, that means involves upfront investment and cost operations. Okay, limited scalability. Okay, so these are the downsides related to private cloud. So this is the example for public cloud. Public clouds are owned and operated by third-party cloud service providers. Okay, that means I have data center and I have physical servers, but these data centers and physical servers belongs to cloud provider. Okay, we are just creating virtual machines on top of their physical servers. Okay, so it's cloud provider responsibility to take care about these data centers and physical servers. Okay, we have multiple advantages with public cloud. The first thing is no upfront investment or infrastructure and no maintenance. Okay, that means think now IIT people want to deploy a Medicat application. What they are going to do? They will simply take one account, either AWS or Azure or GCP. Okay, so after that they will simply create virtual machine on on top of one of the physical server in one of the data center. That's it. Okay, previously with private cloud they have to invest 50 lakhs. Okay, here without investing even single 1 rupee, okay, without investing 1 rupee, they can directly deploy their application on virtual machine. So that is the advantage. Okay, no upfront investment or infrastructure and no maintenance. Okay, everything data center, physical servers, everything maintained by respect to cloud provider. Okay, and second advantage is highly scalable. Highly scalable in the sense, see, suppose in private cloud scenario, if you see here, suppose think I have one physical server. The physical server is like 32 GB RAM. Okay, 16 processors and 500 GB hard disk. Okay, now I want to add another 500 GB. What I have to do? I have to buy another 500 GB hard disk. Okay, I have to take downtime. After that, I have to add that additional 500 GB to existing physical server. Okay, it's like time taking process. It's not like immediate effect. Okay, first of all we have to buy, after that we have to add that storage to existing physical server. Whereas with public cloud, okay, within fraction of minutes, okay, we can scale up or scale down our infrastructure. Okay, within fraction of minutes. Suppose think my virtual machine is like 32 GB, 16 processors. Okay, within fraction of minutes, I can resize my virtual machine to 64 GB, 32 processors. Okay, it's possible because of the backend infrastructure they are going to have. Okay, that's the reason highly scalable. Okay, huge resource pool. Okay, you can create n number of virtual machines. Okay, suppose if I want to create 1,000 virtual machines, I can create, because in the backend they have those many number of physical servers, so that I can easily create. Okay, that is the advantage. And global infrastructure. Okay, that means you can create virtual machines anywhere around the world. Okay, suppose think, okay, I want to suppose think, okay, I developed an application. Okay, this application needs to serve US customers. Okay, so for US customers, what I have to do? I have to lease one building in US. I have to buy one physical server in US. After that, I have to create one virtual machine on top of the physical server. After that, I have to deploy this application. Okay. See, I can lease building in India. I can buy a physical server. Okay. I can create virtual machine. Okay. That means this virtual machine is in India. But mostly, see, suppose think I deployed my application in here. Okay. In this virtual machine, this is in India. So here US customers have to access this application from US to India. That means here we are going to have latency issues. And one more thing, again, we are going to save US customers data in physical server, which is part of India location. So mostly compliance reasons. So in general, if I want to serve US customers, what I have to do? I have to I have to maintain data center and I have to maintain physical server in US region, not in India. Okay. But the thing here is, it's not possible, right? It's not a simple task. Okay. To lease building in US. Okay. To maintain a physical server in that building. Okay. To maintain everything in US. Okay. It's not possible. It's possible, but we have to pay huge amount. Okay. But if I go with public cloud, okay, within fraction of minutes, I can create virtual machines in US. Within fraction of minutes, if I want, I can create virtual machine in Europe. Within fraction of minutes, if I want, I can create virtual machines in Dubai. Okay, that's the advantage. Okay, we can create these virtual machines anywhere around the world within fraction of minutes. And high performance, that means whatever the infrastructure they are going to use, that means backend physical servers or virtualization software, everything they are going to maintain latest infrastructure and latest software. So that's the reason we are going to get high performance and high security. Okay, even though we are using their physical servers, we are going to get high security. Okay, so these are all the advantages we are going to get with public cloud. So coming to hybrid cloud. So hybrid cloud is nothing but combination of private plus public cloud. Okay. See, think like a banking application. Okay. So it's not a banking application. Okay. Any application you consider, every application will have front end and back end. Okay. Mostly what is front end? User facing part of the software. Okay. If I open Flipkart application, okay, this is user facing part. Okay. This comes under front end. Okay. The back end, all these details I'm getting, right? I'm getting all these details from the backend database. Okay. Every application will have front end and back end. Front end contains user facing part of the software. Mostly backend contains, mostly backend is responsible for storing and managing information about users. Okay. So suppose in this scenario, okay, since backend contains all the information about users, so it's like a secured one. So in general, people, what they are going to do in their own data centers, okay, that means in their private cloud, we can call it as like a private cloud or on premises. Okay, in one of the data centers, okay, on one of the physical server. Okay, with the help of virtualization software, they are going to create one virtual machine. On top of the virtual machine, they are going to install any one of the database software. Okay, in general, they will keep those database softwares, okay, database related virtual machines in private cloud, and front end related applications are going to deploy in public cloud. Okay, so this is the scenario. Okay, as I mentioned, right, private cloud is nothing but combination of private and public. Okay, that means particular organization is going to use both the clouds. Okay, they are going to have their own data centers. At the same time, they are going to have few virtual machines on data centers belongs to respect to cloud providers. Okay, mostly on cloud provided virtual machines. Okay, they are going to host their front end applications. Okay, and on the back end, they are going to keep their databases. Okay, that's the scenario for hybrid cloud. Okay, and we are going to see a few networking concepts, how to connect private cloud and public cloud. Okay, we will see in future. With the help of these concepts, okay, they will connect both private and public. So these are all the advantages we are going to get with public cloud. So why cloud? So whether it's an AWS or Azure or GCP, okay, because of these advantages, okay, as I mentioned, right, because of these huge number of advantages, nowadays we have huge demand for cloud engineers. Okay, if you see any openings, okay, you are going to find huge number of open positions for cloud engineers. Okay, so we have AWS, Azure, and GCP. Okay, mostly we have three clouds. Okay, AWS started in 2006. Okay, Azure started in 2008 with the name Project Red Dog. Okay, so in 2010 it officially launched as, okay, Windows Azure. After that, from 2014 it renamed as like Microsoft Azure. Okay, see, because of the advantages, okay, just now we saw, right, what are the advantages we are going to get with public cloud. So that is the reason all the startups, okay, so all the startup companies are definitely go with public cloud because of the advantages we are going to get. Because with public cloud, no need to invest. Okay, no need upfront investment. Okay, no need to hire engineers. Okay, they can directly create virtual machines and they can directly deploy their application on virtual machines. If their business is running fine, no issues. If their business is not running fine, they will delete those virtual machines. Okay, that's the reason all the startup companies will directly opt for public cloud. Okay, and coming to existing organizations, okay, like TCS, Infosys, okay, other organizations, they are migrating their applications from private cloud to public cloud. Why? In the sense, okay, anyway, because of these reasons, at the same time, okay, see, suppose think, okay, I bought a laptop, okay, 10 years back. Okay, can I use same laptop, okay, to run whatever the games we are getting now, or can I use same laptop, okay, to install latest operating system? It's not possible, right? Because whatever this laptop, okay, I bought this laptop 10 years back. This laptop is not going to support whatever the latest applications, games, or operating systems, because this laptop contains old configuration. Okay, to install latest applications, I need laptop with latest configuration. Same with servers also. Okay, suppose think TCS bought servers 20 to 30 years back. Okay, they can't run those servers for okay, for 50 to 100 years, because they have to upgrade their servers every 20 to 25 years. Okay, to support latest applications. That means, again, see, 20 years back they invested, think like they invested, okay, 10 crores for to buy all the servers. Okay, again after 20 years, again they have to invest another 10 crores, okay, to buy latest servers. So that is the reason existing applications also are migrating from private cloud to public cloud. So that is the reason everything is nowadays everything is on public cloud only. Okay, previously from 2016 onwards, 2016 to 14, okay, mostly people used AWS because they don't have any option. Okay, even though they have Azure is just they are not stable at that time. Okay, they just they officially launched in 2010. Okay, after that they made many changes. Okay, from 2014 onwards it became popular. So that's the reason from 2016 to 2014, between this time, mostly all the projects are migrated their applications to AWS. Okay, but as I mentioned, right, from 2014 onwards, okay, Azure became popular. Okay, people are started migrating their projects from AWS to Azure. Okay, why? In the sense, we are going to discuss. Okay, why people nowadays people are choosing Azure rather than preferring AWS or GCP. See, and if you compare market share also, previously 60 to 70% market share belongs to AWS. Okay, now 60 to 70% market share belongs to Azure. So the first reason is, okay, see, if you are planning to create a virtual machine with Windows operating system, or if you are planning to create a virtual machine, okay, to install any SQL software or SQL server, okay, it's like one of the database server. Okay, so see, previously what happened in, okay, think AWS, okay, charging us, okay, AWS is going to pay 1,000 rupees for Microsoft, because Windows Server and SQL Server licenses belongs to Microsoft. Okay, they have to pay to Microsoft to buy these licenses. So previously AWS paid 1,000 rupees for these licenses. What they're doing, they're charging 1,500 rupees from us. Okay, now Azure came into market. since it's their own products, they're directly providing us for 1,000 rupees only. They are not charging any additional fee. Okay. So that's the reason if you go with Windows Server or SQL database server, okay, it's like 5 times cheaper than AWS. Okay. That's what Microsoft people are saying. If you see here, see, AWS is up to 5 times more expensive than Azure for Windows Server and SQL Server. Okay. If your organization, okay, if your projects are mainly deployed on Windows related servers, okay, that means server with Windows operating system or SQL Server. Definitely, if you go with AWS, then we have to pay 5,000. If I go with Azure, I have to pay only 1,000 rupees. So that's the reason projects with Windows Server or SQL Server, okay, dependency, they're mostly deploying their applications on Azure. Okay, that's the first reason. Second reason is, see, if you see here, organizations all over the world recognize Microsoft Azure over AWS as the most trusted cloud. Okay. Why they mentioned like most trusted cloud? As I mentioned, right, I worked in NCR. In NCR, all our retail projects are deployed in Azure. Okay. We didn't choose AWS. Why? In the sense, AWS belongs to Amazon. Amazon is in retail industry. So it's our competitor. So we can't deploy our application on our competitor related data centers, right? So that's one of the reason. Okay. That's one of the reason. And we have one rumor, right? Like, Netflix, right? See, all the Netflix related servers hosted on AWS. Okay. AWS data centers. So see, people think that what people are thinking like, okay, AWS, okay, gone through Netflix, okay, Netflix application. Why these guys are getting this much traffic? Why these guys are getting this much revenue? Okay, they analyzed their entire application, and Amazon come up with a concept called Amazon Prime. Okay. So, basically people say this is like a rumor, but the thing here is, so that's the reason mostly people, okay, won't deploy their applications on AWS, because AWS belongs to Amazon. Amazon is part of multiple industries. So that's the reason mostly people are preferring Azure nowadays, okay, rather than AWS. So that's the reason, if you see here, that's the reason they mention like most trusted cloud for enterprise and hybrid infrastructure. And we have few more advantages. Okay, if you see here, see, coming to UA, okay, user interface, okay, I worked in AWS, Azure, and GCP, okay. See, compared to all these three clouds, okay, Azure is having rich interface, okay. You can easily identify all the resources, okay. You can easily create, okay. Coming to AWS, in AWS virtual machines, they are going to call as EC2, okay. In Azure, they are going to call as like virtual machines only. So you can easily identify. In GCP, they called it as like, I forgot the name. Okay. So we are going to have, okay, high user interface in Azure. And coming to migration tools, okay. See, trust me, Azure, Microsoft is having, okay, highly developed migration tools. Okay. If you want to migrate your application, okay, from private cloud to public cloud, okay. Private, as I mentioned, right, private cloud is also called as like on-premises. Okay, from private cloud to public cloud. Okay, Azure is providing highly developed migration tools. Okay, with the help of these migration tools, you can easily migrate your applications from private cloud to public cloud. Okay, coming with AWS and GCP, it's not that much easy. Okay, coming to Azure, with the help of their migration tools, you can easily migrate your applications. Okay, and coming to, we have other applications like Azure Active Directory, okay, SharePoint, Microsoft Office, okay. These are like products related to Microsoft. So only Microsoft is having that ability to integrate these products to their cloud Azure, okay. AWS can't integrate Active Directory into their cloud. GCP can't integrate Active Directory into their cloud, okay, because these products not belongs to them. Okay, these products belongs to Microsoft, and Microsoft is having that ability to integrate these products to Azure. So based upon these advantages, okay, in future classes we are going to see, okay, further advantages we are going to get with Azure. Okay, And coming to regions also, okay, as I mentioned, right, they established data centers all over the world, okay. If you go with AWS, I think 30 plus regions. If you go with Azure, they established all these data centers around the globe, that is 60 plus regions, okay. They have huge global presence compared to AWS. So based upon these advantages, nowadays, mostly people are preferring Azure rather than AWS, okay. If you try to search AWS administrator jobs in Hyderabad. Okay, if you see here AWS administrator jobs in Hyderabad, I'm getting 36 jobs. If I try for Azure admin jobs, see, I'm getting 57 jobs. Okay, now you are getting right how much demand we have for Azure administrators compared to AWS. Previously, we used to have demand for AWS, but nowadays Azure is becoming more popular compared to AWS, okay, because of the benefits they are providing. So Azure administrator roles and responsibilities. So these are the roles and responsibilities for Azure administrator. Okay. They have to develop and manage Azure compute resources like virtual machines, databases, storage, networking, everything. And they have to configure and manage virtual networking. They have to implement and manage storage, take care about identity and governance, monitor and backup Azure resources. Okay. We are going to discuss about each and everything in our future classes. Okay, I just mentioned few roles and responsibilities of Azure administrator. So coming to career paths in Azure, okay. So we have Azure administrator, Azure security engineer, Azure architect, Azure DevOps engineer, Azure developer. So for Azure administrator, okay, basically we have to write Azure 104, okay, to get the Microsoft Azure administration certification. Okay, before that we have one fundamental examination, Azure 900. Okay, if you want you can write Azure 900, or else if you want you can directly write Azure 104, okay, to get Azure administration certification. So our course completely belongs to Azure administration. We are going to cover 100% related to Azure administration. Okay, so after our course you can confidently attend any interview, okay, on Azure administration. You are going to get, you can write the Azure 104 examination. Okay, we are going to provide real-time dumps, okay, with the help of dumps and with the help of concepts we are going to discuss. You can easily clear this examination, okay, no doubt about that. Okay, our previous students already cleared this examination. So coming to Azure security engineer, for Azure security engineer, basically we have to write Azure 500 examination. Okay, our course mostly covers 60% of Azure security engineer also. Okay, we have other remaining 40% like Microsoft Sentinel, Defender. Mostly Azure security engineers are work on those things. Okay, see, as an Azure administrator, we are going to create infrastructure like virtual machines, SQL databases, storage accounts, networks, everything. Okay, what's the responsibility of Azure security engineer? They have to check whether whatever the resources we are going to create, right, they are going to check whether those resources are created as per security standards. Okay, it's their responsibility. Coming to architect, again for architect we have to write Azure 305 examination, but we can't directly write Azure 305 examination. Okay, first of all we have to write Azure 104, that is Azure administration. After that only we can write Azure architect examination. Coming to architect, okay, he is going to provide roadmap. Okay, see, I have a sample diagram. See, suppose think like e-cart application. Okay, see, this is the basic roadmap architect is going to provide. Like, okay, if I want to deploy an application, I need one web app, I need one storage account for custom backups. Okay, to connect to SQL, okay, I need one keyword. To transfer data from prod to dev, I need one data factory. Okay, like that, architect will provide the roadmap. Okay, it's our Azure administrator's responsibility to create the infrastructure. Like he needs to create the resource group, web app, storage account. Okay, everything we will discuss in future. I'm just giving difference between architect and Azure administrator. So in our course, we will just let you know, okay, how to think like an architect. But again, for architect, we need at least 12 plus years of experience. That too, we need knowledge on multiple clouds like Azure or GCP or Azure or AWS. Okay. See, coming to GCP cloud is like emerging cloud. Okay. Still, they need to improve many things. And coming to Windows Server or SQL Server also, same thing. Okay. Again, we have GCP needs to pay to Microsoft. So that's the reason. Again, if you want to plan, if you are planning to deploy your applications on Windows Server or SQL Server, mostly people will prefer Azure, okay, rather than AWS or GCP. So coming to Azure DevOps Engineer, okay, for Azure DevOps Engineer, you have to write Azure 400 exam. But the thing here is you can't directly write Azure 400 exam. You have to write either Azure 104 or Azure 200. Okay, then only you can write, I think, Azure 200. Then only you can write Azure 400. Okay, that means you need to have either Azure administration knowledge or Azure developer knowledge. Okay, then only you can write Azure 400, Azure DevOps Engineer examination. Okay. Coming to Azure developer, for Azure developer, you need to write Azure 200. Okay. As I mentioned, right, our course completely covers Azure administration. Okay. And at the same time, I will give basic idea about Azure DevOps also. Okay. I will cover basic concepts like how to create basic pipelines, because as I mentioned, right, we are going to create infrastructure, but in real time, people won't directly create infrastructure using the portal. They are going to use pipelines to create these infrastructure. Okay. If you see here, so this is the portal for Azure. Okay. As I mentioned, right, we can create virtual machines. If I click on virtual mission, click on create, I'm creating virtual mission. Where I'm creating, I can select. Okay. If I want, here I'm selecting East US. That means in one of the data center in East US, on top of one of the physical server in the data center, I am creating this virtual machine. Okay. See, within fraction of minutes, I am creating this virtual machine in East US region. Okay. If we don't have this concept, what I have to do? I have to buy one physical server. Okay. I have to install virtualization software on that physical server. Okay. I have to keep this server in one place. After that, I can use, with the help of that virtual machine, virtualization software, I can create virtual machine. But here, within fraction of minutes, we are creating that virtual machine in one of the data center belongs to Azure. Okay. We will see from tomorrow onwards. Okay. I'm just giving, these are all the basics. Okay. If you go with AWS, Azure or GCP, these are all the basics. Okay. First of all, you have to know what is private cloud, what is public cloud, and what is hybrid cloud. See, as I mentioned, right, we are going to discuss about each and every topic from basics. Okay. These are all the presentations. Okay. I have prepared for my previous batch students. Okay. If you open any topic, we are going to discuss from basics. Okay. If we are going to discuss about network, we will start with network basics. What is network? What is IP address? Like that. Okay. And again, we are going to discuss about each and every concept via pictorial representation. Okay. So that you can easily understand what's happening in the backend. Okay. Like that, with the help of diagrams, we can easily understand what's happening in the backend. So any questions?
You will give these documents, right? Whatever you are showing.
Yeah, I will provide all these documents. And as I mentioned, right, okay, we are going to provide, okay, access for this site. Okay, in this site, you can find dumps for Azure 900 and Azure 104. Okay, it's like a exam simulator thing. You can write practice examinations. Once you are confident, you can directly attempt a real exam. Okay, you can enroll for Microsoft examination. What are the questions you are going to see in this portal? 90% of questions you are going to get in your examination.
Sunil, how many services you are teaching Azure Admin?
See, if you go through course content, see, we are going to, we will start with basics. Okay, we will cover virtual mission scale sets, Azure web apps, Azure virtual networking. Okay, after that, we will discuss about network groups, everything about networking. Okay, Azure firewall services, load balancing. Again, and load balancing, we will discuss about all 4 types of load balancers, like load balancer, application gateway, friend door and CDN, and traffic manager. Okay, after that, we will discuss about storage accounts, backup and disaster recovery, and about monitoring, automation accounts, SQL databases. Okay, even though I didn't mention, okay, I didn't updated this document, but we are going to cover each and every topic related to Azure administration. Okay. beyond our course content, we are going to discuss. Okay, we are going to discuss about Terraform, about Git, about basic DevOps pipelines. Okay, we will
Correct.
deploy sample application. Okay, I will show you how to manually deploy an application on virtual machine, how to deploy similar kind of application with the help of pipelines. Okay, we are going to discuss about each and every topic in depth. Okay, one thing you have to do is like you have to practice every concept and you have to attend all these classes daily. Okay, then I am sure, okay, many we started 3 batches, but 3 to 4 students got placement, okay, within span of 3 months. So that's the reason, okay, we are going to cover from basics and from fundamentals. Okay, so if they ask any question, you can easily answer if you are good with basics, right? So you can easily answer based upon the concepts and based upon the things we are going to discuss.
Hi. How
Yes,
you
sir.
are going to real time work? However, see, for example, if you want to create virtual machines, if you want to do something in admin end, you're giving any links to Azure links?
See, most of the time, okay, what are the concepts we are going to discuss, right? We are going to discuss based upon Microsoft documentation only, okay? And
Correct.
whatever the things we are going to, from, I think, after 2 days, we are going to do labs, okay? Each and every topic we will do practically, okay? How they are going to create virtual machine in real time, what are the, okay, whatever the things they are going to consider while creating the virtual machine, we are going to discuss about each and every option, okay? So it's based upon organization requirement. Okay, I will let you know, okay, what organization will look like, whatever the option they are going to use in real time, whatever the option they don't use. Like that, every lab and every concept we are going to discuss as part of real time.
Okay.
Okay. The question is like, if, for example, if you're trying to practice something like you're creating the virtual rooms and installing some applications, do we can practice by, will you give us any web link so we can practice our site?
No, I will show you, okay, how to create Azure free subscription. Okay.
Okay.
Basically, you can create Azure free subscription. They are going to provide $200 free credit. But the thing here is you have to utilize that $200 free credit. It will be valid for only 30 days. So that's the reason after 1 week, I will show you how to create that free account so that you can practice almost all the concepts. Okay.
So that will be valid only for 30 days. So after 30 days,
only for 30 days. After 30 days, basically, if you have another credit card, basically while creating this free subscription, they will ask credit card. Okay, if you have other credit card, you can create one more subscription.
okay, but there won't be any charges for that, or they're not going to deduct anything from
No,
the
after
pay?
1 month, okay, if you are manually upgrade, then only they will charge, or else they won't charge. Okay, that too. See, it's completely based upon usage. Okay, if you have credit card, based on how much you are going to use, you have to pay that much, right? See, I am already using paid subscription. Okay, I'm not. We are going to teach each and every concept with paid subscription. If you see here, my bill for each and every month. If you go to invoice, see, first 3 months I paid nearly 3,500, but afterwards, if you see here, okay, first 3 months we explored a lot. Okay, I just explored many things. Okay, after that, if you see here, last month I paid only 825 rupees. Okay, if you want, you can upgrade also. Okay, that's not an issue, but you have to pay only, you have to delete all the resources once you're done with your lab.
Azure DevOps will be covered, sir.
Yeah, this course is like complete Azure administration. Okay, but I will just give you insights about Azure DevOps. Okay, Azure DevOps, again, it's like a separate course, but I will give basic concepts related to Azure DevOps. I will go through these questions. Okay, can you please slow down your pace a bit fast? Okay, Dheeraj, from tomorrow I will repeat same concepts. Okay, tomorrow also. Okay.
So
Sure.
there will be
Yeah.
there will be one more course for Azure DevOps, sir.
Yeah, for Azure DevOps, you have to take another course. But see, you are planning to get a job on Azure administration, right? We have Azure admin admin openings, at the same time Azure DevOps openings also. So it's completely based upon your requirement, whether you are planning to grow your career as Azure administrator or Azure DevOps engineer. But the thing here is, to become Azure administrator, Azure DevOps, as I mentioned, right? You have to know Azure administration, okay, before Azure DevOps.
Okay. If we want to take both the courses, how much will be the fees?
I am not sure. Basically, we have other instructor, okay, related to Azure DevOps. You have to check with institute people. You have to attend the demo and you have to decide, okay, whether that's worth or not. Based upon your choice, you have to take decision.
Okay. Okay.
This Azure Administrator is going to be basically fully on GUI, not any command or anything like that.
Yeah, mostly, okay, we can use portal. If you see here, this is the portal. If I want to create virtual machine, I can directly create virtual machine like this, okay? Or else if I want, I can use PowerShell. If I want, I can use Azure CLI.
Okay.
But
In
now,
which-
but the thing here is, nowadays mostly people are using ARM templates or Terraform, okay? I will show you, okay? See, the Terraform is like a code. Okay, no need to write code. Okay, you can find all the code. Okay, Microsoft itself is providing code how to create virtual machine via Terraform code. Okay, but the thing here is you need to know how to execute that code. What will happen if I execute that code? If I want to make any modifications to the code, what will happen? You need to have that basic idea.
As I said, I can create the virtual machine. In virtual machines, I can't go for anything like open source like Red Hat, Linux. I cannot go for installation like I can go only for Windows based OS only.
No, you can create any kind of virtual machine. Okay, if you select Azure create virtual machine. Okay, we have different images. Okay, if I create this virtual machine, what will happen? This virtual machine will get Windows operating system, Windows Server 2022 data center operating system. Okay, if I select other image, if you click on see all images, these are all the images. Okay, you can create Ubuntu server virtual machine. Okay, Kali, Linux. We have different virtual machines. Okay. If you select this one, Red Hat operating system will install on that virtual machine. So, Dheeraj, you got it right. Are we going to discuss Terraform on Azure? Yes, Dheeraj, we will discuss about Terraform. And Dheeraj, you got it right. What is virtual machine you are asking? Is it okay for us to use 2 credit cards on same name with same registered number? I think sometimes they will accept, but the thing here is we have to create that account from different laptops. Okay, they will consider that laptop also. We need 2 credit cards at the same time, 2 laptops. That's the requirement as per my knowledge. Okay, same name, same number, no issues. Okay. So any other questions? See, every day we are going to, whatever the things we are going to discuss, right? Every day we will discuss first 5 to 10 minutes. We will discuss about your queries. Okay. Once you got clarification about your queries, then only we are going to proceed to further topics. Okay. And that too, every month, okay, twice in a month, we are going to have doubt clarification sessions. Okay, you can join that session and you can ask me any queries, okay, about your career, about the contents we are going to discuss. Okay, as of now, let's take it from basics to advanced. I don't know. Yes, we are going to discuss each and every topic from basics. Okay, no need to worry. And timings, actually, we are planning for morning batch. Okay, how many are okay if we take morning batch?
Morning means what time?
Morning at what time?
8 to 9:30.
Okay.
8 to 9:30.
Yeah, morning 8 to 9:30. Actually 8 to 9, but it's completely depend upon if you have more queries, it will extend up to 9:30.
Okay, I'm okay.
For me, it's not okay
Arrange it.
because I'm entering in a different time zone now. So for your timing, I'll be in my shift. So I'll be okay with this timing. So I was waited for this timing only.
Actual institute people will get back to you, okay, based upon your response and based upon the audience count, we will decide.
Hello.
Yes, tell me.
Yeah, what about SQL? Any trainings will be provided?
No, basically we will discuss about Azure SQL databases, okay.
Okay.
But for Azure administrator, you need to have basic knowledge. That's it. Whatever the queries developers are going to provide, right? Mostly you will execute or you will provide permissions to users. Basic queries you have to execute. That's it. No need any SQL knowledge.
Okay.
So SQL queries is covered right in this admin Azure admin course.
Yes, I will share basic queries, okay, to how to create user, how to provide a respect to permission to user. Mostly those are the things we are going to work in real time.
Okay. Okay.
But what are the concepts related SQL databases, right? We will discuss about each and every concept, okay? If you go to Azure databases, we will discuss about what is IaaS, PaaS, okay, what is managed instance, what are the different tiers. We have multiple concepts. We will cover each and every concept, okay? We'll discuss about different security features. Okay, after that, we'll discuss about backups. After that, we'll discuss about high availability concepts in SQL. Okay, we'll discuss about all these concepts related to SQL databases.
No. So
And
Azure security also it's covered around 60%, right, in this course.
yeah, 60% we are going to cover. Whatever the services we are going to discuss, right? For each and every service, we are going to discuss about security part. Okay, how to protect virtual machines. What are the security measures we are going to take for virtual machines? What security Microsoft Azure is providing from there, and we will discuss.
Okay.
And we are going to create WhatsApp group also. Okay, you can post your queries. Okay.
Hi
Okay.
Sunil, I have one doubt.
Yes.
So are you going to cover disaster recovery in scenario base?
Yeah, scenario based in the sense I will explain you, okay, how to create disaster recovery. Okay, Azure is having Azure
Okay.
site recovery.
So,
I will explain you how to configure Azure site recovery between Azure virtual machines or Azure SQL databases.
okay. You will only explain it, you will not show up on the how the disaster recovery will carry for a application which you are going to deploy.
See, for SQL databases, I will show you. See, the thing here is mostly, see, disaster recovery is like if we have that manual failure options. It's not like on-premises, like complete server down or complete data center down. In general, we won't face those kind of issues in Azure.
No,
But
just
mostly
no,
for business critical applications, they may configure for disaster recovery, they will configure. Okay, if you want, we can fail over. It's like a simple click. Okay, if I click on
Okay.
fail over, automatically application will fail over to Azure.
Okay. No, I heard that you are going to deploy the application. So that's why I ask you if the application goes down. So how can we need to know that how the disaster recovery will take place in Azure using Azure?
Yeah, again, that's depend upon backend databases. We are just deploying sample applications like sample application, but in real time applications won't be like that, right? They will be backend databases. Everything they have to move to
So
DR
sample
side.
application in the sense you're deploying only standalone application. That is what you're saying.
Basically, we are going to see one application. Okay, that application is going to fetch images from storage account, is going to fetch data from database. Okay, that's the sample application I have.
Okay, it's a single tier application.
Yes, that's it.
Okay, got it.
Any other questions?
No. Okay, no. So tomorrow also one demo is there, right?
Yeah, tomorrow also we are going to have one more demo. In the demo, again, I will repeat all these concepts, okay, for first 10 to 15 minutes. After that, we will discuss more about Azure portal, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Basically, like we will discuss about mostly from tomorrow onwards Azure related concepts.
Okay. This recording, is it you will provide through our WhatsApp this record today's topics?
I check with institute people, they will provide drive link. From there, you can find this recording.
Okay. Okay.
As I mentioned, right, we are going to create WhatsApp group. In that WhatsApp group, you can post your queries. You can reach me at any point of time if you have any query about any topic. Okay. So the main thing is you have to understand each and every concept from basics. Okay. Once you got enough knowledge, right, you can attempt any interview. Okay. That's not an issue. But the thing here is you have to understand. You have to practice. Basically, I saw few students like they will join like first 15 to 20 days they are like more active. After 20 to 30 days in general they won't join. Okay. So if you are like that, it's anyone can't help you, right? Basically it's your responsibility to join each and every session. It's your responsibility to practice. It's your responsibility to clarify all your doubts. Anyway, I will follow up with each and every student. Okay, every 2 weeks, I will call each and every student. I will ask how you are progressing. But from your side also, you have to do that work.
Okay.
Any questions?
Okay.
Just check with institute people. Okay, they will.
Okay. Okay. Sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Sir.
thanks everyone. Thanks for joining this session. Thank you.